My name is Fred Witzig, and I am an assistant professor of history. Well, I have two students, a new student and a returning student, and they went out into the community, interviewed a pastor of a church. The let's see, this is the local Methodist church, one of the Methodist churches in town, and interviewed about the history of the church as much as the person could remember. The person was pretty talkative, and so they got some good interviews recorded and transcribed. So, yep.
Wonderful. And what was your original idea for the project? What did you want to come from it?
Well, what I want to do, and what I was hoping to do with this initial project, is develop an oral history program here, where students from various classes, including my own, but from any class that is doing oral histories, could submit them to this project and have them posted on the internet as a research database for the history of Monmouth. Or it wouldn't necessarily have to be Monmouth, it could be other histories as well, but I'm kind of envisioning it as kind of Western Illinois oral history. And so for that, I had these students produce instruction papers on just basic how do you do oral history, and then references to other resources that they could use. And so ideally, what this website becomes is a one-stop place for learning about how to do oral history and posting oral histories for other people to do research, whether it be just somebody accessing it via the internet from Europe, or be it our own students here using the histories to write papers for classes here. Well, I think it's going to be incredibly, incredibly important, because so much more of the primary sources that historians rely on are being digitized. Or actually, they are increasingly available only in digital format. So we have a lot of, for instance, oral histories, but we have a lot of emails, right, and other digital documents that only appear on the internet. And for instance, Newsweek magazine just went digital. So here's a magazine that has been used in a lot of history of the 20th century in America, right? And it's a primary source of great use to historians. But now, in the 21st century, it's, we're, 12 years into the century, and Newsweek all of a sudden went digital only. And so if we're going to use that, then we're going to have to be able to access digital in the digital format. So I think it's going to be increasingly crucial that we use digital archives and that we're familiar with how to use them, and that we access them, and the technology keeps up with it.
So do you have any last thoughts or last comments that you want to add in regards to digital archiving or your project?
No, I'm hoping that I can get it going again pretty soon, get the project all moving ahead again. I think it's a great project. I think that the attention given to digital archiving is very important, and I have concerns about it, about the technology that things that were on 5.5-inch floppy disks 20 years ago are now almost inaccessible now. So hopefully the technology can somehow manage those transitions, and otherwise I think it's incredibly important, and it's the future.